Hello and welcome to this Launchpad Pro tutorial. With the 64 RGB pads, the Launchpad Pro is a great device for creating light shows with your performances. In this short tutorial, we'll explore how we can generate great light shows and animations using the Launchpad Pro's user mode. We'll explore how we use MIDI notes to trigger the lights and velocity to adjust the colours. User mode in the Launchpad Pro is a great way to create interesting light shows and animations. The buttons in user mode are lit by receiving MIDI note messages, so we can easily create our own animations and patterns by sending note messages back to the Launchpad Pro. I've created a MIDI track in Ableton, and I'll send the MIDI signal back to the Launchpad Pro live port. I'm also going to change the MIDI channel to MIDI channel 6. This is the channel that the Launchpad Pro will react to in user mode. I'm now going to create an empty clip by double-clicking into a slot on the track and by quickly recording a sequence of notes that I want on the Launchpad Pro in user mode. I'm going to use this as the basis for my animation. Before I use the pads to tap in the animation, I'm going to set Ableton to use record quantization. I'll place 16 notes into this bar. I'll now hit the record button and tap the 16 notes in via the pads. The notes should start perfectly on time, but you may need to edit any mistakes you make while tapping the pads. Here, I need to draw in the first note again and find the right note to trigger the correctly lit pad. A useful tool to neaten up your light show is the Quantize Note End function. Open Quantize settings and make sure that End is lit. You'll need to make sure that any notes you want to be affected by this quantize setting are highlighted. Whilst all the notes are highlighted, you can manually extend the length by dragging the end of the note with your mouse. To make the colours uniform, it's really easy. While all the notes are highlighted, you can grab the velocity value from the controller lane at the bottom of the clip. Then push them all up to the top where they will be set to the same velocity. You can now adjust the velocity message to the appropriate colour on the Launchpad Pro. In Ableton's note page in the clip editor section, there are some very useful functions to control your MIDI messages. For instance, I'll speed this sequence up by pressing the double tempo button. This will make the notes twice as fast, but of course this will also leave half the clip empty. To keep the light show constantly playing, you can adjust the clip length to suit. Copying and pasting can be a great way to create and develop your own light show. I'll highlight all of the notes and copy them to start a note or two after the original. This will create a type of light trail. While the copied notes are still highlighted, you can again change their velocity to add a new colour to your animation. I'll do the same thing a couple more times. To develop the animation further, I'll extend the clip length in Ableton. I'll highlight all of the notes again and copy them to the beginning of the second half of the clip. While the notes are highlighted, I'll click on the reverse notes function in Ableton's clip editor. This will add a new dimension to the light show, as the lights will now go both forwards and backwards. Once again, you could speed up sections or all of the notes in the clip to give the light show more impact. I'll now start to fill out the different sections of the Launchpad Pro with copies of this light show. I'll use the same pattern, but I'll place them in the different quarters of the Launchpad Pro. To find the right place on the Launchpad Pro on which to start the pattern, simply press the appropriate pad and the keyboard will light up in Ableton's clip editor. I'll place the pattern on the top right hand side of the Launchpad Pro. also fill up the lower half. You can have fun with the double tempo function on small sections or the pattern as a whole. Of course, you can take this as far as you want. In this instance, I've created a talking monster. So there we have it. If you want any more details on Launchpad Pro, subscribe to the YouTube channel or check out the Novation website.